Hi guys, you're welcome to Speaking Life with Favor Napoleon. If you are finding it difficult to get a place in Highland, this video is for you guys, so keep watching. When I arrived Highland, in short, before I came to Highland, I heard, oh, it's too difficult to find a house, it's too difficult to find a house, houses are very this, they are that. I was like, how possible is that? You know, they were telling me that there are people who have been here for a year and they've been living in an hotel. Some have been living in, you know, all sort of story. I said, how is it difficult? How can you have your money in your hand 6 months, 1 year, you can't find a house? I said, that's not possible, you know, because I was talking with the mindset of where I was staying at that time. I was living in another Europe country, so it was strange. So I got on the plane, I came to Ireland. I said, what? Why would I find a house? Until I got here and I saw the reality of how finding a house is. And the truth is that there are actually houses. You know, that's just the truth. There are actually houses, but the procedures to get it, that is why you are watching this video. Yeah. So the first one is, if you are coming to Highland, first of all, don't just go for like a full house or like a flat or like a 3-bedroom, a duplex. Those ones are quite I won't say difficult, because you might not be able to meet the requirement for those kind of houses. Even when you find them, they won't give you. So that's the first thing. You might have the money. Oh, I have the money, I have 3,000 euros to pay for a 3-bedroom or for 2-bedroom or for 1-bedroom. Oh, I have 10,000, it's showing in my account. The landlord will not give you. Why? Because there are certain procedures for it. You need to have a job, and even if you have a job, you need to show a pay slip that is showing 6 months, 1 year that you have been in that job. And if you don't have it to offer, they cannot give you a house. And there are still some people that they have their salary, they are receiving monthly is 3,000, and they want to rent a house of 2,500. The landlord will still not give it out. Why? Because they feel you have a family, you have needs. How can you put 2,500 into an apartment? You haven't paid your bills, you haven't eaten, you haven't clothes, you can't meet up. So these are the things they look at. That's why the house issue is very important. So that's why we always encourage people, go for 1-bedroom first. To get houses, you can search for daft.ie. I'll try and put the spelling here if I can. You can search on daft. I'll just put the spelling here, guys. daft.ie. And then you can also join Facebook groups. You know, there are a lot of houses on Facebook, and also there are scammers as well, but I'll get to that. So you can also join to get a house. Then you can also meet people. People can be of give you referrals. Call this person, go to this person, or they will probably have people who are living in a particular apartment. Since you've told them before, they'll tell you, okay, are you still interested? You can come and pick it up, you know. So you can get all those kind of offers, you know, to get a house easily in Ireland. You know, because a lot of people are desperate, you know, for house, they can get into scammers. So that's why I talked about that Facebook. If people don't show you houses, you know, you've not been there, you've not entered, you've not experimented, do not pay. You know, do not pay. There are a lot of scams. There are a lot of scammers in terms of looking for a house. People can scam people, you know, they can scam. And also, I've seen people being kidnapped because they were looking for houses. So you have to put all these things into consideration when you are going. Know where you are going. If you are going and now you are not seeing bushes, just rethink. Remember this video. Remember this video that I said, once you start seeing too much bush and you are the only one on that road, you know, just rethink. And these are the things you need to know while looking for a house. Scammers are real. So before you pay for anywhere, you must go to that place, you must investigate, you must ask those who are already staying in that house, especially if it's a 1-room apartment or you are renting in a flat. You have to talk to the people there, you know, before you make any payment. And most landlords who are real in Highland, they will always want you to come. They will always want to speak to the person physically even before they collect payment. But if you are getting otherwise, please do not make payments. And also they are okay, I already talked about that, documents that landlord ask for, you know, before they give you a house. Most landlords, they do like a proper interview, especially if it's not one bedroom. Even those that are doing one bedroom now, they started doing interview. They'll interview you, they want to know your job, your PPS number, your pay slip, you know. But most especially is for those who are renting an apartment, you know. They want to see all these things, so you have to be ready. And most of the time when they tell you, oh, they're not giving you the house, don't be offended. Is because some of you will say, oh, I've been in Ireland for 1 week, I've been in Ireland for 1 month. No landlord wants to give people that have been in Ireland for 1 week, 1 month, most of the time a house, because they feel you've not settled, you don't have money to keep paying, you've not gotten a job, you know. So that's why they just ask for those pay slip, those things. They just want to be on the safer side. They want to be guided too. They don't want any liability, any person that will be occupying their house, their property, and wants to give them trouble. So that's why you have to be able to tidy up your information. You already stayed in Ireland for a long time, let them know that you stayed in Ireland for months or 6 months or a year, you know. Pay slip will also show that. But there are some landlords, they won't ask for pay slip, especially if it's 1 bedroom. They will not ask. So but depending on the landlord, these are the reason why people are not getting houses in Ireland. And if you are not getting a house in Ireland, instead of you returning back and you want to lose hope, get a Airbnb. It's cheaper. Get hostels. There are hostels that are low as 18 euro. You know, there are hostels that are low as 18 euro, 20 euro. You can even stay and get a job and live there for months, even while you are looking for a house. So these are the reason why people are not getting a house, and that's why I decided to do this video, you know, to let you know these are the reason. Not because there is no house, there are houses, but if you meet up with these criteria, they will give you the house. If you meet up with just all these criteria I've given you, you meet up with the house. You meet up, if you will meet up with their criteria. But if you are just pressed and you're not getting a house, you're feeling frustrated, or you are even coming in, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to get accommodation, get an Airbnb first that you can pay less than 20 euro or even 20 euro or 20 something euro and stay there for a while, you know, before you now eventually get a house. Yes, because some landlord wants to see payslip. Even when you have payslip, they want to see the amounts after you've paid all your bills, what is left, you know. So these are one of the reasons why people are not getting houses, not because they are not really true houses, but the landlords have so many criteria. Recently I heard about this interview issue. Before, it wasn't like that. The landlord have to sit face to face and be interviewing his people who wants to occupy his the apartment. Initially it wasn't like that, but things are changing because people are populating the country. All right, I think I've said all I need to say. Beware of scammers, guys. So that brings me to the end of the video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll definitely see you in the next one. Bye.